Hi everyone, so I'm just sharing an unboxing and first impressions video with you today. I might actually include some comparisons as well. So over the past couple weeks, I guess, I've been really intrigued by a new brand, which is Polene. It is a Parisian brand, and as I'm sure some of you already know, their bags are all handmade in Spain. So I actually received my package today, so I will unbox it for you. And it took about a week for this package to be delivered. So there are no physical stores for, sorry, not that there are no physical stores. There's only one physical store for Polene, which is based in Paris. So if you do want to purchase their bags, you would either have to go to that brick and mortar store in Paris, or you would have to go on their website to purchase their bags. And they do ship internationally. So when I bought this bag, the prices are in US dollars, and there was no taxes. But because of the shipping, when it got to customs, they obviously taxed you, and there was also duties. So taxes plus duties was about 80 Canadian dollars, or something around 80 Canadian dollars. Most of their bags are within the $200 to $400 US dollar range. So depending on what bag you get, what leather it is, the size of the bag, that's how the prices vary. So it's a mid-range bag. Some people do consider this to be a luxury brand though. And the one that I got is the Numero Sept, so number 7. And it comes in a really nice box, and it's almost like a pearlescent sort of finish on the box. It's really pretty. So all their bags are numbered. The names are numbers, so number 1, etc. to 9. On the site, you'll also notice that some of the numbers are actually not there. So there's no numero 2, for instance. So I believe some of their designs have been archived or discontinued. The ones that obviously sell well, are more popular, they're probably kept on the site. So you'll notice, some of them are missing. But like I said, this is Numero Sept, and this is the mini size. So I was doing a lot of research on this brand and their bags. And yeah, I was really intrigued, and I just wanted to get my hands on one. I really wanted to feel one. I was really curious, in regards to their quality, which is why I was like, you know what, I'm just going to take the plunge and just get one, because I really want to see it for myself. So in every box comes a little card like so. The card isn't necessarily the bag that you bought, it's just one of their bags. So in this case is their Numero 1 bag. It has really nice, paper wrapping. So the experience itself is very luxurious. I'm just gonna flip this and show you the bag. So in all the videos that I've seen, people rave about their dust bags. And I can see why. It is a very thick material. It's a very nice, well-made dust bag. Like thicker than any of my other dust bags. Like even thicker than like classic flap Chanel dust bag. It's really, really nice. Right, and then inside is my bag. Yay! So when it comes packaged, it's all bubble wrapped and everything. So I'm just going to pause the video here so I can just unwrap this for you. All right, so here is the bag. Like I said, I got the Numero Sept Mini, and I got it in the navy, the blue color, basically. And this is the pebbled leather, so you can see the nice texture on it. So it took me a little while to take all the bubble wrap off, which is, I guess, a good thing, which means that it is packaged very securely. Like I mentioned, a lot of people, mention the packaging, the nice box that it comes in and everything. Personally, I don't care about the box, to be honest. In fact, I think if anything, Polene should offer an option on their website whether or not you want it in this box, or just, you know, bubble wrapped in the shipping box itself, just for like the environment, you know, that sort of perspective. On their website, you know, they do have a lot of statements in regards to like sustainability and everything. So I think that would be a nice touch if you give your, you know, buyers that option, whether or not they want that luxurious experience. Obviously, if you're going to be gifting the bag, it will be nice to have the box. But like, you know, since I'm getting it for myself, personally, I don't care. And I'm sure a lot of people actually throw it out the box anyway. So yeah, I think that would be a nice option. So the blue is really nice. I don't have, actually I lied, I do have a blue bag, but I don't have navy blue, so which is why I picked this color. A lot of their bags come in very neutral tones, which is great because they're classic, you know, they're very easy to match. But because I do have a lot of bags that are like black and browns and tan colors already, I just thought I would go with something a little different, especially, you know, in this price range. I feel comfortable experimenting or trying different colors. Whereas usually if it's a more expensive bag, I would tend to gear towards more neutral classic colors, because I know I would always reach for them. But in general, all their colors are fairly neutral. So this bag is very cute. It has a little top handle, which is awesome, and it you can, you know, take it off. I didn't take off the blue plastic wrap yet. And on, you know, on all their little fastenings here, it has their name. I don't think I would ever really remove the top handle because it looks really nice, you know, just sitting there as part of the design. And in addition to that, it has this longer chain, so you can wear it as a crossbody or a shoulder bag. There's no point in me modeling for you because, as you can see, I'm here. I'm pretty pregnant, so it's, you know, it doesn't really do it justice if I model it for you. And all the measurements are available on the website, so I'm not gonna, you know, show you the measurements. I don't trust myself. It's probably easier to just look it up online. I know when other people did measurements, they did say it's slightly off compared to the website, depending on, you know, when you measure the height, if you measure it to the top here, or if you actually measure to this piece where it's sewn together, so where you can actually stuff things up till. So to open, oh, and it has a little pull-in. The brand here is very, very subtle, which is sort of, you know, what the brand is known for. So to open it, you just, I believe, pull on this little circle here and lift. I believe that's how you open it. Let me play around with this, try to figure it out. Ah, there we go. So yeah, so pull and then lift. And so because the bag is a little new, and it's really cold here right now, this part's a little stiff in terms of opening it. And some people did mention, like, one concern is that this part will get some wrinkles, just because of how it opens. So it's just like an accordion, and inside it's a nice brown, light brown suede lining, with a little pocket in the back that just says made in Spain. And that is pretty much open. There's a little hook here for you to put your keys or attach something if you'd like. There's no feet to this bag. These two flaps here, the front and the back, almost act as feet, because when you place it on a flat surface, the bottom doesn't really touch. Maybe over here you can see it. So it doesn't really touch the bottom. So the one thing I did really like about this design was actually this leather strip right here. So some people think like it's for aesthetics, and it definitely is. It does add a nice touch to it and a little bit of detail. But I also believe it has to do with the actual construction of the bag. So it does serve a practical purpose, I believe, because over time, if there wasn't this strap here and you put a lot of stuff inside, this leather piece here is going to sag. And I believe this strip would actually provide support to prevent that sagging from happening. The other thing is it might also bend or crease. And I think that's what this strip does. It kind of prevents that from happening. But we'll see over time. Their leather is pretty sturdy. It is full grained leather, so meaning it's the full thickness of the leather, so it's sort of the highest quality of leather in terms of making handbags. And you can, like I showed you earlier, you can see the texture, like the full grains. It's very pretty. In terms of the hardware, some of the videos I've seen, people mention that it is gold plated. It is not gold plated, all right? So on the website, it does tell you that it is coated, but it is not actually gold plated. So it doesn't tell you it's 24 karat gold plated or anything like that. Even Chanel handbags nowadays are not gold plated. Rarely would you ever see a bag that is gold plated. And for what, you know, the price you're paying, there's no way. All right, so it's just gold hardware. And it's probably like really good quality gold hardware. It does tell you the thickness of the coating that they use on the website, and I believe it mentioned there are 2 different thicknesses to the gold finish. So depending on, you know, what hardware you're talking about, maybe the locks are different compared to like the chains, for instance. So yeah, and looking at the glazing here, it is beautifully done. I don't see any issues with the glazing. The stitching is really nice as well. So like I mentioned earlier, these bags are made in Spain, in southern Spain, in a city or town, I believe it's a city, called, I might butcher the name actually, Ubrique, U-B-R-I-Q-U-E. And that area is known for their leathers craftsmanship. So generations of those people have been making leather goods. It is even said that a lot of high-end brands such as Louis Vuitton, even like potentially Chanel, you know, outsource their bags. So then, you know, they have craftsmen there making it for them. The craftsmen actually have to sign contracts. So then it's very hush-hush, just because they don't want people stealing their designs. And yeah, and they, Polene has also chosen that area, their craftsmen to make their bags for them. So you can tell it's, you know, it's really, really good craftsmanship, which is really nice. And like I mentioned, for the price point, like it's, what more could you potentially ask for? They're handmade. Not a lot of bags are handmade nowadays. So yeah. So I am eyeing a couple more bags from them. The more you look at them, the more interested I am, I want to say. So in the beginning, I've seen some of their ads on Instagram, and it's sort of like, oh, that's nice, and next. But after doing the research and actually, you know, seeing other people style their bags, and really the price point, like what harm is there in trying, right? So, which is why I totally jumped the gun on this one. But so far, so good. It's really nice. I'm really excited to use it. I'm going to actually show you a comparison of this bag with another bag I have. Okay, so I just brought a couple bags to compare it with. So here I have my YSL Sunset. And this is, I believe, the mini, the smaller size. And just to compare, my mini Sunset is slightly larger. You can see it sticks out a little bit more in the back here. in terms of its like width, I guess, it's pretty much the same or fairly close, I would say, width-wise. But the Sunset does have two compartments, and this one is just one big hole. So for the Sunset, when you open it, you can actually open it pretty wide. I mean, I've had it for a while, so the leather's also a lot looser. Whereas with the Polene bag, I feel like it's still pretty decent, I guess. So I'm gonna open it. It's like this. It's a little smaller though. Strap is a little bit longer than the Polene. Okay. And the other bag that I have for comparison is it's a Canadian brand. It's called Macaj, and they do leather goods and like winter or leather jackets. And I don't remember the name of this bag actually, but if I find it, I'll just link it down below. So to compare these two, you can see Polene Numero Sept is quite a bit smaller. I'm just going to close it here. So it isn't totally a mini bag, but I thought it would look so cute, like as a, you know, dinner bag. It's very ladylike. You can dress it up or down. And in terms of its width, it is definitely wider. Oh, throwing it on the floor. So yeah, definitely wider. Yep. The other thing that I forgot to mention earlier is, so some people might say, like, I've never heard of this brand, Polene. And some of you who, you know, are always on Instagram, I'm sure, or follow or, you know, fashion, may have heard of the brand. If not, if you've watched Emily in Paris, Emily's friend Camille actually wears Polene bags in the series, not this one. She actually wears their Numero Sept, the belt bag, and their Numero, I believe is the mini, it might be the mini, the Numero N, so their #1 series. So she does wear two of their bags. You might have seen it, but haven't noticed it, didn't know it was Polene. But yeah, so it kind of looks like the Numero N kind of looks a little bit like this, but a smaller version, maybe like half the size of it or so. So yeah, so it's been out there. It's a very new brand. They were established in 2016. So, you know, it's been a couple years that they've been around. I believe it is a family business. So it's run by, or it's founded by two brothers and a sister. And actually their leather designs are around this sort of, what do you call it? Like curves or bending leathers in certain ways. So you might not see it in this bag because it's a very boxy, very structured bag, which is what I like. But in their more well-known designs, in their like Numero N design, you'll see how the bag here has like those plates or those, you know, bends in it. I don't know what you would call them. Those little things that look like eyes here. So that's what their design is known for, like bending the leather in certain ways. And you'll see that in some of their other designs, like their #8, their #9 bags. So yeah, that's, like I said, what they're known for. When I was looking at bags, reviews, photos, and things like that, I noticed this trend that I've seen, and by no means is it scientific. But I did notice is a lot of Westerners seem to go with their Numero N bag. Sort of this design or this collection, this series. And then I noticed a lot of Korean, Japanese YouTubers, bloggers, influencers, whatever you want to call them, tend to go with their Numero Sept or their numero wheat. So the larger version of this bag, or the one that looks like a bucket bag with sort of like pleats around it. So that's a trend that I've noticed. And it might just be, you know, the taste, the visibility in those different cultures, which I found very interesting. But I do think the numero set is very pretty. I like the mini. I also like the larger one as well. So it's really dependent on your taste, I guess. But there is something for everyone. They have the more structured bags, such as this one, or structured designs, such as this one. They also have the ones that look a lot softer, or more curvy, I guess. So, in terms of what fits in this bag, I'm going to show you what I can fit in it. Okay, so let's see. Just finding some stuff from my current purse to put in it. Alright, so my Louis Vuitton zippy wallet can go in there. There's still some space on the sides. My key clay, six key ring key clay from Louis Vuitton. That will also go in there. And starting to look a little snug already. All right. So I guess your essentials: tissue. I'm just putting tissue in my hand cream, which is almost out. Those fit. What else would I bring? And to be honest, if I'm going to carry such a small bag, I would probably just use a card holder, not my entire sippy wallet. My husband's car keys, or key fob, I guess. Let's see, hand sanitizer. Is that going to fit? Okay, hand sanitizer is not going to fit on top. So the thing is, because of its shape, so how it tapers towards the top, you can't really stuff a lot of stuff at the top, or it would have to be like really thin, like maybe a lip balm. So yes, that works. There you go. So the only thing I wasn't able to fit in there was actually my hand sanitizer. If I had my zippy coin purse. So it fits, closes fine, there's no bulging, the sides look fine. Yep. So I guess if I wanted to bring my hand sanitizer, I would just have to swap out my zippy for a card case, which is fine. Let me just take out my zippy. And I don't always bring my, my key holder, because, I can access, like, I can get in and out of the house, with the passcode. I don't need that, actually. Just bring it sometimes. But yeah. So if I just put the zippy, let's see, zippy and the hand sanitizer. So I've removed the keys, and it fits. So I guess all my essentials do fit in there, which is good. All right. And so in terms of pricing, so I did mention the price range earlier. So they, the bags vary from, I believe, maybe like 230 USDs to 400-ish range. They don't do sales, so the brand itself does not do any sales. They don't do any discount codes or anything like that either, because according to their website, the reason is that they want to keep their bags affordable. And so if they did those things, then they would have to increase the price to give you a sale, which doesn't make sense. So it is what it is. And they only have one sort of discount, I believe, every year. and that is towards the end of the year, so around December, where they offer free shipping. And that's still better than nothing, right? So shipping itself, so for one bag, because it is dependent on the number of bags. I played around with it. So it is dependent on the number of bags. So for this bag itself, or actually any bag, it doesn't matter how big it is, shipping for one bag, the first bag, is 25 USD. If you add a second bag, so 2 bags, then it would be 45 USD. So the second bag would be $20. So it depends if you want to, ship them together. It's like $5 cheaper if you do ship them together. Although I believe in some countries, over a certain amount, you might get like more tax, like get extra tax or customs. So you would have to, kind of make that judgment call, save the $5 on shipping or spend the extra $5 and, ship them separately. So every subsequent bag after your first one is an extra $20 for shipping. So for instance, if you get 3, it'll be $65. If you get 4 bags, it's $85. All right. So it's not by weight. It's not by the size of the bag. It's not by the price or anything like that. It's actually by items. And I only played around with their bags, so I'm not sure about their smaller leather goods. So they do have wallets and like coin purses and like that, things like that. So I don't know if that would make a difference. But play around the site with your, like, if you are trying to figure out if you want to get multiple bags at once or separately, just play around on the site and see, what works better for you in the country that, you're going to ship it to. So that's it for my review. So far, I'm really liking it. It looks really pretty. I can't wait to use it. Oh, actually, one more thing, sorry. One more thing to mention is the leather care. So one thing that I usually, look at is how to care for the leather. So some leather is waterproof, for instance. Some are not. They do not mention anything about their bags being waterproof. What they actually say is they actually recommend that you waterproof it yourself, to spray it every 6 months. Once you get the bag, and every 6 months. So I'm not sure how water resistant or waterproof the bag is. I didn't really find any reviewers mentioning anything about it, wearing it in the rain, wearing their bags in the rain or in the snow. So I've yet to test that. And what I also noticed is, they recommend that you waterproof it, treat your bags, but the brand did not provide a leather swatch. So a lot of luxury brands provide you with a small little piece of leather for you to test any products you're going to use on the leather before you actually apply it on the bag. So they did come with that, which is, I think, one, I guess, con to the bag, to like the experience, purchase the brand. I think if you're going to, tell people to waterproof their item, you should probably provide them with the swatch so they can test it, right? Because now the only other option you have is really testing on a part of the bag that isn't as obvious, like on the bottom or on the back, if you do want to go down that route. The bag itself is not that expensive. So if you're like, it's not like thousands of dollars. It's not like a Chanel flap where you're like, ooh, I don't know if I just want to test it on the Chanel flap itself. Then, you can definitely go ahead and try it. It's not a huge risk, I guess. But yeah, to each their own. So that was the only thing I was just going to mention. Hope you like my review. If you do like it, please like and subscribe. I do, bag reviews, fashion, as well as some other more mummy things such as cooking, caring for my little one. So yeah, if the topics of my channel interest you, like and subscribe. Thanks for support. Alright, so I'm back. I just used my bag today, and the new Polene Numero Sept Mini, and I just want to let you guys know or give you guys a little bit of update. It's snowing a lot outside and the bag is fine. So like when little bits of snow fell on it, I don't see any watermarks or anything. So might be somewhat resistant to water. My phone does not fit in the bag. So I have a Samsung Galaxy Note 20 and it doesn't fit. You could try and force it in the middle compartment. Oopsies. So in the middle here where it's sort of like the widest, but it might stretch out your bag and it'll look kind of funny, which is like, it's fine for me. I usually hold my phone or have it in a pocket anyway, so it's not a big deal. And the bag itself doesn't have a back pocket either. So smaller phones may fit, but if you have a larger phone, it won't fit. And in terms of the size, so what I discovered is this is just a regular piece of paper. So A4, 8 by 11 inch piece of paper. I just fold it into quarters, and this piece of paper actually fits perfectly. So you can slide it down right there. So it fits perfectly. So, for sizing, if you want to see how big the bag is, if you have an A4 piece of paper at home, just fold it into quarters like so, and you'll see that it's pretty much the size of the bag. In terms of something flat, like laying flat, this is as big as you can have it. All right, hope you find that helpful. Just to show you what the bag looks like on me. I'm very pregnant right now, so it's not accurate unless you're also pregnant like me. But as a shoulder bag, it hits me kind of like right at the hips. I think it's a pretty good length. Now you can kind of like hold it, rest your arm on it or hand on it. And the clasp actually opens really easily with one hand. So you just have to lift and it just kind of pops up. So that's really convenient. I can show you what it looks like crossbody on me, but like I said, I'm huge, so it's not accurate. So it does sit higher than my hip. So my hip would be, like here. I don't really mind the length of the strap. It's not adjustable, but even if I were pregnant, I don't think it would, it would be uncomfortable or anything. It's not too low. So there. And obviously you can use it as a top handle.